So today's this assignment, it is related with the multiplication of two numbers, right? So this is the assignment, practical assignment, 8-bit hexadecimal number. So while giving it as an input, you can give it as a directly values in the hexadecimal form. Okay, so with two methods now, in this we need to have, that is a successive addition and shift and add method, right? So successive addition method that you might be already done, that is your normal multiplication, right? So which you are going to have, right? So what is the successive multiplication, as we are doing it with the successive addition. So let's say if I need to perform it as a 4 multiplied by 3, right? So how we are doing it as a multiplication with the successive addition for this, that is you are adding the 4 with 3 number of times, right? That is a 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is you are putting the logic as whatever the second operand is there for that, for which you are need to multiply, you will be making an addition. If you make in the general terms also, mathematically also you are doing the same thing, and after adding this successive addition, right, so you will be getting the output as 12, right? And for this also it will be your final output. That's the your regular mathematical method, that is with the successive addition, multiplication operation, multiplication with successive addition. Another way is which we are going to see it under this, right? So it will be having two parts in this. Okay, so as we have done it for overlapping and non-overlapping. So second part, so first part I will not take it as a part of this, right? So because this it will be just mathematical calculation. So that I will provide you with a recording for this, and it will be provided with the practical assignment also. We are going to see it here with the shift and add method, right? So for the mathematical calculation which we are going to perform with the shift and add method, right? So for that, what you are going to have, we are supposed to perform some shift operation with respect to some conditions, criteria we are going to have. So here also we'll be having with the same input which will be in the, as we are providing it in the regular method, right? So it will be having with the same output also. Okay, but that what you have to do, we have to convert it into binary form, and that binary, it will be done with the help of performing a appropriate shift and making a add, right? So here also we are going to do with the addition only, not directly multiplication, but for that we need to apply with some logic. So right, so what logic is there, so that we'll discuss in detail, right? So this assignment, it is having with the two parts, right? So first is with a successive addition, right? So that is the first method which I have told, right? So that is a your normal way for implementing this, and second way is with the help of shift and add method. Okay, so with the help of some rotate, add, we are supposed to perform this operation, right? So input, it will be in the form of number, that's which you are going to give it in the either two input in the two different registers, right? So directly we can give these values. Okay, so in the hexadecimal form, it will be converted into binary, and for that we will perform the operation. Right? So that is the result, final result. It will be a, so output, it will be same, right? So there is no any change, but whatever the internal logic that you are going to write, that is different. For that will be required some directives or different data types, that is a bytes, word. Okay, so like that we'll be having with the some reverse data types also. Okay, so what is the use, why we are going to require this, that also we'll see. These are the few instructions which will be required, right? So most of it will be familiar with you. Rotate and increment, decrement, right? Jump to not zero, compare. Okay, so some conditional transfer instruction again, and so we'll discuss with the shift and add method. So already, as I told, for successive addition, you're already knowing with the logic, right? So that it is as like your normal mathematical operation, but here for shift and add method, we are supposed to have with the specific logic for this. Okay, so what is this logic? So directly we'll discuss with that. That's what is having with the theory part. So input that you are going to get with the help of two registers, Okay, so which you are going to have, and one is with the count. So count, it will be required for what? As like in the successive additions, we are performing it with the help of for how many number of second operand is there. For that many number of times it is doing the addition. So here we need to take one count. So that will be incremented till we are able to get with the generating the carry. So this is the general flow. So it will be having with the one value which will be stored in AL, another in PL, right? So we need to have multiplication for this. We need to take a binary conversion, right? So we'll take it with the example. So here in this we are given with the example also, so that you need to again go for separate part for this, right? So considering this as a 11 and 10 as two input, so here we have to give the dynamic input, and for that we need to check output. So the number as 11, so here we have to do it to the successive addition with that itself, right? So it will be generating the result as this, right? So now what we have to do, whatever the second operand is there, so for that we need to convert it into binary form, right? So that is the 10, we are going to convert it into binary form. Okay, for that we have to perform shift. Okay, so one bit to left we need to shift. So that means what? This 0, it will becomes to this side. Okay, so we can say it as this 0, it will be added, and your next operand that will be getting it in the BL, that it is. So after every addition we need to perform this shift. So that's why we are given the name as a shift and add, right? So it is so after doing the first shift we are able to get this, right? So this one which is at this location, it will be shifted into next location, right? So that is just one bit to. So we have to initialize the counter, right? So with some value, right? So till which will be having with the operation which we are going to perform, which will be decrementing with the counter. Okay. Now after doing that, once again, whatever the result that we have got, we have to once again add with the success with the same result, right? So previous step, whatever the result which we have got, that is a 22. We have to add once again in it with itself. We are getting the result as 44H. Once again we have to perform with the shift, right? So again this one, it will become to this side, right? It will be performing the, so we need to check whether it is having after every rotate, so or after every shift we need to have a whether we are getting a carry. Now here as we are passing with the 0, right? So this bit we are shifting means what, or we are rotating means what, that is we are generating this into in the form of some carry bit, okay, or which will be saved in a carry bit. So here also we are getting a 0, right? So that is the part of BL. We have to decrement again 44, which we have got. Again we have to add that with itself. We are getting a result in the same AX. Here also after this shift we are able to get 1 0 that is added. Okay. Again we need to make a one more shift. Oh sorry, we need to make one more add and then shift. Okay, so first add, then shift. We are going to decrement the counter again. We are able to get with the result. Right. Now here in this case, what we are able to do when you are going to make a shift, okay, so we are able to generate a carry. Carry means what? That is this one bit, it will be added as a part of carry. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to add that number, whatever that we have got with the BX. BX means what? Here which will be expected in the content of your input which you have given, right? So that it will be added as a 0 here, right? So it will be having with the result as 0 1 1 0 x, and that we are able to, whatever the final result that you are able to get, that is a your, we are having it as an 11 plus, right? So this it will be, sorry, 1, right? So after shift, right? So this one it will be generating it and carry. So it will be having that result, it will be added with its second operand, right? So that we are having it. So we are able to get the result as in the form of 0 1 1 0. It will be a final output. Okay, so that is a actual result also. Okay, so that value we have to put it as in the form of final result, right? Hope we are able to get with this sequence. So what we have to do, once again I will just repeat for this. So we have to convert this value, first operand first we need to add, and then we need to get it for the second operand to convert it into binary form. We have to add this successive addition of this element with itself. After every add we need to make a shift, right? With the 1 bit. Sorry, we need to have the rotate with 1 bit. And after rotating, we need to check whether it is generating a carry. So every time we need to check this. So that part we have to add it in the programmers. Right, so we need to get it till we are able to, after rotation, we might be getting this 1 as in the form of carry. Once we have got that, we have to stop that operation, and we need to add that number with this, right? Whatever the result that we have got, will be adding with. Okay. So that will generate your final output. Okay. Right. So what we need to have here, that is, we need to have the shift and a rotate. Okay, so this, it will be a first operation. Now this is for the algorithm for successive addition. Okay, which will be having with the logic which we have discussed, successive addition, right? So shift and add, we are having a separate part for this. Let's, when you have to initialize the counter to 0, again we have to have the number. Okay, get the second operand from the user, right? So we have to perform the shift, check with the carry. Okay, after every addition, and once we have got with the carry, right, so we have to stop this addition and we need to add that number with itself. Okay, after this is your second operand. Okay, so this, it will be the flow chart, right? So this is the flow chart for successive addition. So for shift and add, so it will be in the two parts. So two separate programs will do to avoid with the confusion. So in this first shift, we need to have the count, right? So it will be definitely, it will be provided to the initializing it 4, because 4-bit operation, or sorry, 4-bit values that you are able to get after one round. Okay, so, or one particular step. So it might be possible within one or within 2 or 1 or 2 shifts also we might be generating a carry. It will depend on the input which you are providing. Okay. With this, so at least you might be getting with the logic for this. Okay, so this, it will be output you are able to get. Okay, so we'll get it with the actual implementation for this. So then we'll see it for the output, right? You might be able to get with this screen. So I'll just zoom in for this. Right. Okay. Let's save this file. So the part which we'll be having it is in the coding part. It will be having the, as compared to successive addition, it is having with the few things which will additionally take. So we go through this. Section.pss, sorry. Section.text. Okay. So here we'll be having a list part for representation. So we'll directly get it with message. Let's say 1. Let's get it to new line. Right. So multiplication. With add and shift. So the title will at least give for this. Okay, this h1 underscore length for this. Okay. Next, with the input that you want to enter for this, right? So enter the two-digit number. So whatever the part which you need to have, right? So getting with the input and the final output which we'll be having. Okay. Right. So next, now here we'll perform this by using 32-bit value, right? Should avoid with the part. So two programs, as I told, we can perform it with the 32-bit and 64-bit also. Let's we get it to the okay. So we'll have it a few variables. Okay, number with ASCII input we're having, right? Or while displaying it as an output also, right? Which showing with some intermediate output, right? And with the first operand and second operand. Okay. 2-bit value result okay, and display buffer the final output. Okay. So here we'll be having the two macros. One is for input and another is for output, so that we can give it as an input also and output. We can use it with the one, but for that we need to have it the 64-bit values, then our registers also. Okay. Sure. Okay, so this is for display. So ECX common first operand, second operand. Okay, and take the decimal value. Okay, so that is for end of the macro display. Okay. Next it will be for input macro. Accepting with the values. the two values. Okay. Okay. So this much it will be sufficient for this. Right? So as we'll be having with the variables, let's get it for the text. Sorry. Right. Display message. Let's suppose to display the message. Then message one is length. Now with the input. Sorry. Next input we have to actually with the number. Right. So with the ASCII value we have to check for this also. So that's why I've given it intentionally with this number input which you are going to have. Okay, so it will be having with we need to check the number or we need to have the conversion for this. Okay, so we need to check whether it is a value which is greater than 9 or less than 9. Right, so for that call with one function which will be checking with the number. Okay, so what is this? It will be having so at number and return the content. Right, so we'll write this content. Okay, and then next after taking with this value, we need to put it in the first operand. Right, so we need to check it in the BL. Right, so we are given it display message with the second operand. Okay, once again we need to have this value length. Okay, so this is for first and next is for second operand. Okay, so for that also we need to check with the actual value. Okay, so ASCII okay, and check for this. So this it will be initial part for displaying with the message, right? So this it will be a for first operand. Next it is for a second operand. Okay, so and that we have to put it in the also in the register. We'll take it initially in the BL and we'll put that first operand in the AL, right? So we'll move this to and first in AL. Okay. So we'll initialize with the value with the counter in say it as to 0 with the values of EX 0 again. Okay, so with the values of this, we'll put it in a not EX, EX. Okay, so it is having the default content for this. Okay. Now, before performing with the actual add, okay, so before performing with the actual add, okay, so we need to get with the content, right? So that is whether it is a number is less than 9 or greater than 9. Okay, so and then we'll get it for the actual addition. Right, so we'll have it the move for this CX comma second. Right, so next with the 1 by 1 value. So which will be pointing it onto the stack. Okay, so what number it is having, right? So after doing this, we'll with the inner loop. Okay, you can give any name for this. Next or up one. Okay, so it will depends. You have to check one by one value. Move the content in AL. With here I have 1. Compare it with 39H. So 39H. And jump it below. Or else we need to here stack for this one. If it is having with the greater than 9 or less than 9. Okay, so as it will be for lower 16-bit and higher 16-bit. Okay, so for this keep 1. So that is a, if that value is comma 30th H, check with this or add the content. Right. So here what we have to do after checking with every element, right? So every means what here will be having with the 2 elements. So this loop it will be terminated after it. Okay, so that is a for checking with the value. Now this it will be for 16-bit. Right, so as we are having. Similarly, we need to have it for the display. While displaying the output, we need to check. Right, so as we are having the conversion for this. So that last part which we are writing it, right, so we are just including it with the initial value. Okay. Right, so it might be expected that we need to check it after this addition, but we need to have the actual operands or values which are able to in the buffer size. Okay. Inner loop for this next so it will be depends as we are having it with the lower 8-bit and AL and AH, sorry, AL and BL content. So we need to have this checking also with the values for final conversion, okay, or final results that you are able to get, okay, which is need to be in a converted form. Compare it 0H, sorry, not bring it here, add and then compare this. Okay, 09H, jump it below, or else we can add directly. Last value which we are going to get, which is in the final output with the content in EDA. Okay, so after performing addition, so final result that we are able to get in it, it is disconnected. Let's do one more time and getting with the final result, display message with the buffer value. Okay, so this it will be at a runtime which you are going to provide as an input. With the previous process. Okay. All right. Okay, now we'll write it with the content for actual addition. Okay, so here we'll have, after performing this, moving the content, add one link. Okay, so it might be within our loop. Okay, now here first we need to check it with the rotate with 1 bit, carry if it is generated, then repeat with the next. Right, so whatever the addition for the value, right? So initialize these values, right? If it is having with not getting a carry, jump if not carry, and if it is expecting it as a carry, we need to add this. Okay. So here we need to have with the, or not only with the rotate, but we need to have with the shifting that operand to carry. Okay, so we'll have with the CHL with the BX2 or whatever the content for which you are having, that will be expecting it as in the form of carry, that will be checked. Okay, add the result with the content, and we are able to get the second operand. Okay, so in the BA, that is multiplication. Okay, so if it is having with the carry, generating and carry, right? So jump if not carry, J and C to a next one. So that is another condition. So it will be having with the first increment with the content of CL, then we need to have with the, so every time we need to have with the getting with the content, right? So it might be displaying a carry or not, right? So first we need to display with that message, right? So which will be having as in the form of this multiplication result. Okay. So, right now, okay, so it will be expecting it with the till we are able to get with that. Okay, so this, it will be done for successive additions. This loop, it will be performing successive addition till we are able to get with the carry. Okay, once we have got the carry, we need to stop with this, right? So once the loop, it will be ended if you have got with the carry. Okay, or else if you are not getting a carry, this addition, it will be goes on continue. Okay, so with the message 3, right? So message 3 is the your final result, right? Multiplication equals. Right, so move with the content of as like your final result. Okay, so, and while displaying it, you need to check whether it is the value which is having with the lower end or low values which you are going to have. Okay, so which is need to be converted if it is having value greater than 9 or not. Okay, so we get it with the content. With the EX initializing and EBX with again 0. Right, so here we need to check it this as in the form of exit case, right? So we can refer that if it is having with any issues with the ETH, that is the system call, right? So and this part which is need to be continued. So if it is disconnected, rejoin with the same link,